Mountains, endless forests, massive glaciers. Everything looks beautiful, but nature here is absolutely unforgiving. People disappear without leaving a trace, and the freezing cold can kill within minutes. In some regions, the sun doesn't rise for months. Alaska is not a place for the weak. Get ready, because we're about to enter one of the harshest and wildest places on Earth. Located between Canada and Russia, Alaska is a massive state belonging to the United States. Its land area is over 1.7 million square kilometers, yet only around 750,000 people live there. In some parts of Alaska, you can travel for miles without seeing another human being. The true native people of Alaska are various Inuit and Eskimo tribes living deep in the interior regions. According to researchers, between 15,000 and 25,000 years ago, humans migrated from Siberia and Central Asia by crossing the frozen Bering Strait. And that journey may have been one of the most terrifying migrations in human history, because back then, humans encountered mysterious and dangerous creatures that no longer exist today. While giant mammoths roamed these lands, they were not just part of the landscape. They were a source of food. But hunting wasn't the only challenge for the first humans who arrived here. To survive, they had to avoid giant, short-faced bears that could stand nearly 4 meters tall. They also shared these frozen lands with Homotherium, a terrifying relative of the famous saber-toothed cat. But the most surprising part of the story is yet to come. These early settlers encountered horses and even camels in Alaska. Yes, camels. Few people know that both horses and camels originally evolved in North America around 45 million years ago. Long before the modern world map existed, they spread across Asia and other continents. That means the first humans who entered Alaska may have been among the last people ever to see the original North American populations of horses and camels. For centuries, Alaska remained a remote territory of the Russian Empire. However, after suffering major financial losses following the Crimean War, Russia decided to sell the territory. In 1867, Alaska was sold to the United States for approximately $7.2 million. Today, that deal is widely considered one of the greatest real estate bargains in history. But don't let Alaska's breathtaking landscapes fool you, because while researching this place, I came across stories that were just as chilling as the wilderness itself. Alaska is often described as one of the places on Earth where the highest number of people disappear relative to its population. Since the 1980s, thousands of people have vanished, and many were never seen again. And it's not just people. Aircraft have disappeared here as well. One of the most famous cases involved a plane carrying US Congressman Hale Boggs and Alaska Representative Nick Begich. Despite a massive search operation, neither the aircraft nor its passengers were ever found. We'll explore Alaska's mysterious disappearances later in the video. But first, let's look at what life is actually like here. Just look at these homes, these landscapes. You're surrounded by wilderness and separated from the rest of the world. Some people even live on private islands. In parts of Alaska, residents can acquire large areas of land at surprisingly affordable prices, provided they protect the environment and use the land responsibly. But living here comes at a cost, because surviving in Alaska is far harder than most people imagine. Nature makes the rules. For many residents, hunting isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. Wildlife is everywhere. Massive moose, wolf packs, aggressive brown bears, and even polar bears that may view humans as prey roam these lands. And perhaps the most unsettling part is this. These animals aren't afraid of people, because this is their territory. But wildlife isn't the only danger. The weather can become deadly without warning. A clear and peaceful day can transform into a freezing storm within hours. Many people have lost their lives after being caught in these sudden changes. Even more disturbing, some victims were found without clothing. It sounds impossible, but there's a scientific explanation. It's called paradoxical undressing. During the final stages of hypothermia, the brain can misinterpret signals and create an overwhelming sensation of heat. As a result, some people remove their clothing moments before freezing to death. That's Alaska, a place of breathtaking beauty and unforgiving danger. It may look like paradise, but here, everything can change in an instant. In Alaska, survival is a very thin line. That's why children between the ages of 10 and 14 attend wilderness survival camps. These camps don't just teach camping, they teach survival. Children learn what to do if they encounter a bear, how to start a fire with wet wood without matches, how to navigate when GPS devices and compasses become unreliable, and even how to safely handle firearms if necessary. Because in Alaska, nature doesn't forgive mistakes. Winter brings another challenge: silence. Sometimes the wilderness becomes so quiet that people can hear their own heartbeat and even the blood flowing through their bodies. Even stranger, the human brain begins reacting in unexpected ways. People report hearing someone whisper their name, listening to music that isn't there, or feeling as if someone is walking just behind them. Some even describe an invisible companion giving them instructions like, "Turn right, don't stop walking." Scientists believe this phenomenon happens because the brain creates an imaginary companion to improve the chances of survival during extreme isolation. And yes, children are taught how to cope with these psychological effects as well. Transportation is another challenge. Many places in Alaska simply cannot be reached by road. In fact, several communities rely almost entirely on small aircraft for transportation, so seeing an airplane or helicopter parked next to someone's house is perfectly normal. Roughly 1 out of every 60 residents is a licensed pilot. Cars and dog sleds are mostly used for short distances. While most people can drive to a grocery store in minutes, many Alaskans living in remote regions make that trip only a few times a year. During summer, they travel to larger towns, buy enough supplies for months, and fly everything back home before winter arrives, because once the snow takes over, they may be completely isolated for weeks or even months. Some people spend years living in temperatures below -50 degrees Celsius without seeing another neighbor. Perhaps that's why Alaskans are considered among the toughest people on Earth. But here's something even more unusual. Welcome to Whittier. Around 90% of the town's population lives inside a single building. Designed to help residents survive the brutal winters, the building contains homes, a school, a church, shops, medical services, and even playgrounds. People can live for days without ever stepping outside. It's fascinating and a little unsettling. Now here's a question. Can a cat serve as mayor for 20 years? In Alaska, the answer is yes. Back in 1997, the residents of Talkeetna were unhappy with the candidates running for mayor. As a joke and a protest, they wrote the name of a kitten named Stubbs on the ballot. To everyone's surprise, Stubbs became the town's symbolic mayor. His office was the local general store. He often visited restaurants where he was served water flavored with catnip in a wine glass while greeting tourists. Stubbs remained the town's beloved mascot and honorary mayor for 2 decades before passing away peacefully in 2017. Alaska is also one of the wealthiest states in the United States. Registered nurses earn around $80,000 per year, while many oil industry workers average about $100,000 annually. And that's not all. Residents who have lived in Alaska for more than 1 year receive an annual payment from the state's investment fund. That fund is built not only on oil revenues, but also on investments in major companies such as Apple and Amazon. Even children receive a share. It's one of the most unique benefit systems in the world. Despite its harsh climate and unforgiving wilderness, Alaska makes sure its people share in the wealth. And perhaps that's why, even under some of the toughest conditions on Earth, Alaskans still know how to enjoy life. Some homes in Alaska don't even have a sewer system, but surprisingly, many of them have outdoor hot tubs. Imagine sitting in 40 degrees water while the air outside is 30 degrees. Your body stays warm, but your hair freezes solid within minutes. This unusual experience eventually became a tradition. Today, frozen hair competitions, originally inspired by life in Alaska, are even celebrated every year in neighboring Canada. But that's only the beginning. During summer, the sun barely sets in parts of Alaska. With almost continuous daylight, plants receive non-stop energy and grow to extraordinary sizes. Pumpkins weighing over 900 kilograms, cabbages approaching 60 kilograms. Here, giant vegetables are almost normal, but Alaska's most legendary event is something entirely different. One musher and a team of 14 sled dogs race across nearly 1,600 kilometers of frozen wilderness. Blizzards, frozen rivers, deadly winds, and temperatures far below freezing. It's considered one of the toughest endurance races on Earth. Yet it exists because of a true story. In the winter of 1925, a deadly diphtheria outbreak threatened the town of Nome. Without medicine, hundreds of children would likely die. The sea was frozen. Temperatures dropped close to 50 degrees. Aircraft couldn't safely fly. The only option was dog sleds. A journey that normally took around 30 days had to be completed in less than 6. Around 20 mushers and 150 sled dogs formed an incredible relay. Against all odds, the medicine arrived in just 5 days. Countless lives were saved. During the most dangerous part of the mission, a sled dog named Togo led his team through hurricane-force winds, shattered sea ice, and deadly cold. Today, Togo is remembered as one of the greatest sled dogs in history. If you'd like to learn more about his remarkable story, I highly recommend watching the film Togo. But Alaska's mysteries don't end there. Since the 1980s, more than 20,000 people have disappeared in Alaska. Many vanished without leaving a single trace. A large number of these cases occurred inside what's often called the Alaska Triangle. One of the most famous involved U.S. Congressman Hale Boggs, whose aircraft disappeared over Alaska in 1972. Despite one of the largest search operations ever conducted, investigators never found the aircraft, or even a single piece of debris. Another puzzling case involved experienced outdoorsman Jerry Noyes. His campsite was discovered completely intact. His tent, sleeping bag, phone, rifle. Everything remained exactly where it should have been, except Jerry himself. No footprints, no struggle, no explanation. Search teams have also reported strange navigation problems inside parts of the Alaska Triangle. Compasses suddenly drifting dozens of degrees, GPS units giving impossible coordinates, radio operators hearing voices in places where no one should have been. Some rescuers reported seeing lights flashing from distant mountainsides, but when they reached those locations, there were no people, no campfires, not even footprints. Of course, not every mystery requires a supernatural explanation. Alaska's glaciers, mountains, rivers, and extreme weather are more than capable of hiding evidence forever. Fall into a deep glacier crevasse, and the wilderness may erase every trace you ever existed. That's Alaska, a place where breathtaking beauty and unforgiving nature exist side by side. So, what causes the strange disappearances and navigation problems inside the Alaska Triangle? Science does offer part of the answer. Researchers believe that massive deposits of iron and other minerals beneath Alaska's mountains, combined with the region's proximity to the Earth's magnetic pole, can interfere with magnetic navigation. Compasses may drift. Navigation systems can become unreliable. and aircraft may unknowingly fly far off course. In some cases, search teams could spend days looking along the expected flight path while the wreckage lies hundreds of kilometers away, hidden beneath mountains, glaciers, or the ocean. This explains many incidents, but not all of them. Some disappearances remain completely unexplained. One of the greatest mysteries has remained unsolved for more than 76 years. In 1950, a Douglas C-54 Skymaster carrying 44 U.S. military personnel departed Alaska for Montana. The pilot's final radio transmission was calm. Everything is normal. The weather is clear. Only minutes later, the aircraft vanished from radar. One of the largest search operations of its time followed. Hundreds of aircraft, thousands of rescue personnel, weeks of searching. Yet investigators never found a single piece of wreckage, not one bolt, not a drop of oil, not even a fragment of fabric. It was as if a massive aircraft and all 44 people on board had simply disappeared into thin air. Even if the plane had fallen into a glacier, decades of glacial movement should have exposed at least part of the wreckage by now, but nothing has ever been found. Perhaps Alaska is still hiding one of aviation's greatest mysteries beneath its endless wilderness, or perhaps the answer lies somewhere no one has ever searched. But for now, let's leave the mysteries behind, because you're looking at one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth, the Northern Lights. What do you think the first people who crossed into Alaska thousands of years ago felt when they looked up and saw these lights dancing across the sky? Fear, wonder, or both? I like to believe they were simply amazed. I hope you enjoyed exploring the incredible and mysterious world of Alaska with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next adventure. Goodbye.